In today's video, we're going to continue with the Latin theme, and today we're going to talk about a Songo beat. And this is more of a contemporary kind of a beat, and we'll go through a few different variations, starting with a real basic setup of the basic beat, and then kind of how to sort of take it up a notch and get more of that feel. You'll kind of hear where it goes. So let me start with metronome on 80, and we're going to play 16th notes on the hi-hat. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. The tricky part on this is the bass drum. So the bass drum never plays on the downbeat. Plays on the of beat 1 and the and on beat 2, the of beat 3 and the and of beat 4, like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1E and 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 and. Now you notice I'm accenting the quarter note on the hi-hat. So that's the best place to start with this. That bass drum's going to mess you up because it's tricky. It's weird never playing the bass drum on the downbeat while playing the downbeat with your right hand and really emphasizing the downbeat with the click, okay? And of course, we're always practicing with a metronome, right? So quarter note, accented on the hi-hat, bass drum playing that and then and. 1E and and 4E, and, all right? Now, the next step with that is we're going to put the hi-hat just on the quarter notes, and we're going to play the snare drum on all the 16th notes that the bass drum and the bass drum and hi-hat are not playing. We play it with the click. That was really, really slow. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and. Okay, I'm playing this very light, sort of sounding like another hi-hat or a shaker. That's kind of the sound, kind of a sound, with the emphasis on that bass drum. That kind of a feel, okay? Let me play that one more time. 2, 3, 4. All right, and you'll notice there's sort of a little bit of a kind of a feel to that. All right, it's got a little bit of a weight. There's a little bit of a weight to it, okay, which is kind of hard to get that feel. Now I'm going to open the hi-hat on beat 1. Same pattern, opening the hi-hat on beat 1. 2, 3, 4. Now I'm also accenting that snare drum a little bit. Give me that little bit of an accent, all right? Now I'm going to kick up the tempo on this, and we'll add some fun stuff to it. So let's go up to 110, and let's see where that sits. So that's pretty quick. So here's back to just hi-hat and bass drum. 2, 3, 4. Now add the snare drum. Little accent on the snare drum. Okay, so now I'm adding all kinds of stuff. So let me tell you what I was doing there. So again, we're taking those accents in the snare drum. Then what I did is I opened up my hi-hat with a splash. So I'm using my foot to splash on 1, then 3. On the floor tom, I'm playing the quarter note, but I'm playing a muted quarter note on the 1 and 3, and a resonant quarter note on 3 and 4. So I get all kinds of very sort of traditional sounding things just because I'm going bump. It's not very hard. It's just it has a very cool sound to it, and it has a very different sort of very Latin-y sort of sound to it. All right? This is one of my favorite beats. Let me play a little more of this at 120 just so you can kind of see some other ideas. I'm going to pull up the tempo. It's a little kind of naturally goes a little bit faster, and 120 is a nice tempo to kind of sit with this. So let me just play it, and I'll start with a hi-hat, and I'm going to change the right-hand pattern a little bit, so I'm not playing it super strict like we first learned it, but kind of playing around with it. 1, 2, 3. So again, just a really fun beat. And the key is starting with the hi-hat and the bass drum, getting that feel down, and then beginning to develop and make it more musical, get the little melodies happening, all the little things that kind of kick it up a notch to the next level. All right? Enjoy that one and have fun drumming.